Hello friends of the Northern Entertainment and welcome to the very first episode of everything you need to know in 5 minutes or less about. And about is, well, can be any game that you would like to know or that I can get my hands on. And yeah, this is a new format that I figured might be good for you guys. With new games, I can show you guys new games in a quick format where you have, in a very clear and concise manner, all the info that I think you need to make an informed decision whether or not you want to buy this game. So without wasting any more time here and staying with my 5 minutes, let's get right into it. And the first game that we are looking at in everything you need to know about in 5 minutes or less is BusSimulator 2016 or BusSimulator 16. The jury is still out how you actually call it, because in-game they call it 2016 and in the title it's called 16. So anyways, let's get right to it. So what is BusSimulator 16? Well, BusSimulator 16 seems to be more forgiving than OMSI or OMSI 2. It seems to be a little bit easier to get into than the aforementioned title. It's a little bit more approachable for the casual player, and I will get into it here right away. It has a good performance, it has native mod support, the workshop integration is right within the Steam shop, so it is kind of in that regards along the lines of Construction Simulator in terms of its approachability. The native support of many gamepads and wheels, be that the 920, the G27 and whatnot, has with presets, it is very easy to set up. Now, the good performance compared to OMSI comes because the game loads all the assets right in the beginning, which unfortunately makes for a long load time and also makes it somewhat of a memory hog. The game says minimum of 2 gigabytes of RAM, 4 gig recommended, and I can tell you those 4 gig of RAM, don't take that lightly. You will need them, because I heard from a couple of people now that they ran out of memory already. Another thing that I noticed is the AI has no visible brake or turning signals at this point. However, I reported that, and reportedly, from what I got back from the developers, that is getting fixed and will be a patch that will be within the next little while. They didn't give me an exact estimation, but it will get fixed. There is a global leaderboard, and with a global leaderboard we get to the next point. There is a multiplayer. Now, I call it a pseudo multiplayer because the multiplayer is not like you would think, where you can see each other drive in the game, but you can have a company where you work together to achieve goals, to get all the lines run. Even if you don't have an AI driver, you can put this up on either the global job board or you can do that within your company. And that brings me to the next point. You have a company where you can invite your friends to help you in the company to further your goals and to pretty much get the company ahead. As I said, there is a global leaderboard, and so it makes for competitive gameplay when it comes to that. The economy, that is the next part, is part of the game, and you have certain expenses. You have a rank in terms of expenses, in terms of income, and then so a couple of other things that I really liked were things that make, as I said, more approachable than OMSI, and that is you don't have to worry about setting up the IBIS or any of that. That is all natively done for you, but you have the announcement for the different tracks, and also what's very nice is you have a background track that runs with different sayings, so you can overhear the conversations of your patrons as you have them, or of your passengers as you have them on the bus. So that puts a new level of depth in there, and it's really nice. With that said, what's also nice is that you have a working wheelchair ramp, and you have actually passengers that will need this wheelchair ramp. You can have either, depending on the bus, a manual wheelchair ramp where you have to get out of the bus and open the ramp, or you have an automatic ramp where you just have to press a button at the dashboard and the wheelchair ramp will extend. So having said that, overall, what do I think of the game? The game is definitely not bad. I give it 3 out of 5 stars for the reasons mentioned. Lastly, big one for me, if it has simulator in its name, it should have track IR support. As of right now, track IR support is not supported, or is not given. So yeah, with that, that's pretty. And the graphics are, I don't know, a little bit gimmicky maybe, or a little bit artificial. I can't really put my finger on that. But having said that, as I said, I give it a 3 out of 5. If you like simulators, if you like bus simulators, then this is definitely a go-to game. And I think it's gonna get more people into bus simulators that don't want to mess around with OMSI, that don't like the performance issues with OMSI. Yeah, that is it. I hope that helped you guys make a decision. Look out for an in-depth review in the next couple of days. Let me know what you think of this format, everything that you need to know in 5 minutes or less. And yeah, if you liked it, leave me a like. If you disliked it, and you know what to do, hit that dislike button. In any way, leave me a comment if you feel inclined to do so. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.